want to go over some vocabulary. That's the teacher in me got to go over some vocabulary. Right tonight we're basically talking about multiplication facts. Multiplication facts. I don't have division up here. Not talking about division tonight, but of course the opposite of multiplication is division. I'm going to speak briefly about the area model because technically that is what we're going to be making tonight when we talk about connecting and separating the chocolate. It's a area model, and I put up here length times width because when we talk about area, that is multiplication. And then the last thing, for vocabulary's sake, I say factor multiplied by a factor gives you a multiple or product. Or I sing it, factor times a factor equals a multiple or product. Factor times a factor equals a multiple or product. All right? You say it with me one time. Factor times a factor equals a multiple or product. So we're going to be talking about that along with some other vocabulary tonight. Right now, I have our book that we want to go and talk about tonight. And what is it called? It's called simply the Hershey's Milk Chocolate Multiplication Book. And this is another book by one of my favorite math authors, Jerry Pallotta. Jerry Pallotta. Illustrated by Rob Bloister. Oh man, they have a bunch of books like this, man. And I'm excited about this. Making me excited right now. I can smell, ooh, folks, if you was in this, woo. I'm going to calm down. I can smell the milk chocolate. It's smelling good. I'm going to have to snag me a quick piece. So if you see me eating one, hey. All right. Let's see here. Here come the first page right here. It says milk chocolate times math equals art. Count the sections of this Hershey milk chocolate bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And what I put out here is my favorite Hershey's. It's called Cookies and Cream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You did it, but there's an easier way, and it's called multiplication. All right, real quick before I move on, I want to see, can I do this? Thank you. And this is what we call a multiplication chart. And as you can see here, your teacher has shown you this many, many times before. A simple chart called a multiplication chart. And this has your multiplication facts on it. This one goes, it's a 10 by 15. This is a 10 by 15. Okay? I'm going to read the page for us. It says, this is a grid. Is an array of numbers. An array is a set of numbers arranged in order. Look for patterns. So yes, when we talk about this, this is simply number patterns. In math, this is a multiplication sign or a time sign. It is used to multiply numbers. Here is an equal sign. It is used in equations to show that two or more numbers are equal in value. Now, going back to my chocolate bar right here, it says the Hershey's milk chocolate bar is perfect to use when learning multiplication. This candy bar has 3 sections in each vertical column. 1, 2, 3. Once again, it has 3 sections in each vertical column and 4 sections in each horizontal column. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, 3 multiplied, or 3 times 4 is 12. We did not have to count every one of the sections. We multiplied. In the art room, the kids are drawing lines with pens and colored ink. So once again, instead of counting each individual 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you can count up to the on the side, 1, 2, 3, and going across the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what I'm talking about when we talk about the area model. Put this to the side, and I'm going to break out the other chocolate. Very simple. 1. 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 times 1 equals 1. What are you talking about? I count the side here. That's 1. Here's the top side. That's another one. Or we can say length times width. Length times width. And it says this equation is really easy. 1 times 1 equals 1. If you take one thing, one time, you have 1. Sculptures and shapes can be made with clay. Shape it, knead it, roll it, squeeze it. I'm going to grab one more piece of cake. I'm not going to eat it yet. Not going to eat it. I'm tempting that. It's smelling real good. Now I have 2 by 2. 2 by 2. Or 1 row of 2. 1 row of 2. And that's 1 times 2. If you take one thing 2 times, you have 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. The kids are using scissors, tape, and colored paper to make cutouts of the numbers. Once again, this is an example of 1 times 2. 1 row of 2. 1 row of 2. 1 this way, 1 going this way. Still talking about the area model, length times width. Turning the page. Woo, it's smelling good, folks. I'm going to put another third one right here. Now, this is 1 row of 3, or 1 times 3. 1 times 3 equals 3. The two numbers being multiplied are called factors, and we talked about that already. And it's time to paint with an airbrush, which is like a little spray gun. Compressed air combines with paint to create a mist. Always point the spray away from your face. Woo! If you ever get, you painting, point the spray away from you. Thank you. Good advice. But right now, when we're talking about our chocolates right here that's smelling so good, 1, 2, 3, 1 row of 3. 1 by 1, 2, 3. Okay? And 1 times 3 is simply going to be 3. Woo! I'm going to pick from the pile of chocolate again. This time we have 4. 1 row of 4. 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4 gives us 4. It says 1 times 4 equals 4. When doing multiplication, the answer is called the product. We talked about that. Factor times a factor equals a multiple or product. Okay? A factor times a factor equals a product or multiple. Hey kids, be careful with the paints. Don't forget to clean your brushes. That's what my art teacher said the other day. Yeah, seriously, I was in an art class the other day. I made something. Maybe I'll show it to you next week. We'll see. All right. 4 times 1 equals 4. You just said that. I know. But now I'm going to go the opposite way. So now I'm going up and down, up and down. And that's called vertical. That's called vertical. When you go up and down, it's called vertical. Okay? So now I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? One group of 4 is still 4. With watercolors, the kids have painted a horizontal equation. This equation goes from side to side, just like the horizon. 4 times 1 equals 4. That cup is not a swimming pool. Do not dive in. Okay? I'm going to take it away. Woo, almost ate it, folks. Almost ate it. And this time, I have it in a pile here. 1, 2, 3. one group of 3. 3 times 1 or 1 times 3. This page is a little different. The kids have colored a vertical equation using crayons. The multiplication fact goes up and down, inside instead of across. 3 times 1 equals 3. So we just wanted to show you whether we're going long ways or going up and down. Guess what? It's still 3 times 1. Woo! All right. I'm going to take another way. I couldn't resist. Thank you. That was subtraction, by the way. And now what are we left with? 2 by 1. Yes, I ate it. Okay. 1, 2, and 1 at the top. So that's a 2 by 1. Numbers can be multiplied in any order. If the two factors are reversed, the product is the same. 2 times 1 equals 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. This is called the commutative property of multiplication. I'm going to say that again. 1 times 2 equals 2. This is called the commutative property of multiplication, where that's why we're able to say 1 times 2 or 2 times 1. They're both going to equal 2. That's called the commutative property of multiplication. For a lighter, softer color, you can draw with pastel colors. Uh-oh. If you notice here, I have nothing. There's nothing here. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. Just in case you didn't know, anything times 0 will be 0. Anything times 0 will be 0. And it says, enjoy the beadwork. Sorry, no chocolate candy. 0 times 0 equals 0. Any number times 0 equals 0. 1 times 0 equals 0. 47 times 0 equals 0. 1 zillion times 0 equals 0. 0 is an important number, but it has no value. It has no value. In this page right here says there are basic multiplication facts that can continue on and on and on. It says go back and look at the array of numbers on the grid. Do the patterns make sense? All right, here we go. Let's try some more arrays. This time I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4. So my array this time is 2 times 2 equals 4. I got 2 going up, 2 going across. 2 going up, 2 going across. Forget about math for a second. Look at the mosaic. When you create a picture using small pieces of stone, wood, tile, or glass, it's called a mosaic. Oh yeah. 2 times 2 equals 4. Two and 2 going this way. That gives us 4. All right, gonna add some more to this. 1, 2. So instead of 4, now I have 6. And it says 2 times 3 equals 6. While reading this book, think about your favorite type of art. Is it oil paints? What type of arithmetic is your favorite? It is multiplication, addition, subtraction, or division. Which one is your favorite? And of course, 2 1, 2 times 1, 2, 3. 2 times 3 gives us what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 times 3 is 6. But guess what? 3 times 2 is 6. And we continue. Man, this is awesome being able to bring this book to life. It says 2 times 4 equals 8. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 4 times 2 is 8. Multiplication is a quick way to add equal numbers. 2 times 4 is the same as 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. They both equal 8. The kids are covered with soot because it is fun but busy to draw with charcoal. Man, I'm excited. We're getting a math lesson and an art lesson all combined in one. This is a good book. All right, guess what I'm going to do this time? I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to put my chocolate back in the pile. And this time I'm still going to use 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like this. And in this case right here, it's 3 times 2. 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. And what's the opposite of that? 2 times 3 is also 6. It says 3 times 2 equals 6. Counting by 3 is the same as learning the threes multiplication tables. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 26. Not 26. 27, 30. And keep on counting while drawing with the markers. Now, I want to show you something real quick. Then I got to go to the board. Okay? Now, 3 times 3 equals 9. 3 times 3 equals 9. Okay? I got 3 going across the top and 3 going across the side. When a number is multiplied by itself, the product is called a square number. We said a product is the answer to a multiplication. Factor times a factor equals a multiple or product. 3 times 3 equals 9. When you draw or paint using your hands and fingers as brushes, it is called finger painting. Do not lick your fingers or you'll have a purple tongue. Now, I want to pause real quick and talk about square numbers. Now, unfortunately, I can't talk about square numbers right now with my rectangles here. It has to actually be a square number. Okay, but guess what? It involves area and it involves multiplication. Here is my perfect example right here, if you can see this on the board. Okay? If you can see this on the board right here, this is a 2 by 2. Okay? And it makes a perfect square. This is 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade right here. This is our perfect square. 2 by 2, or 2 times 2, which will give us 4. Now, I like this, and I'm showing you this because in 5th grade, they talk about this when they talk about patterns. So I'm going to attempt to do this, but I'm not the best artist. All right, here we go. We're going to go here. All right. This is a 2 by 2, which equals 4. Okay, and what I'm talking about right now are these things called perfect squares. Okay, and I'll be doing another video with another book later on with this too. All right, the next one would be a 3 by 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, which is a 3 by 3. Okay, 3 times 3 will give us 9. So we got a perfect square here and a perfect square here. All a perfect square means is that the length and the width are both the same. Next one, a 4 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this is now a 4 by 4, and that gives us 16. So we got our 2 by 2. All these are perfect squares. One, 2, this is a 5 by 5. 3, 4, 5. There we go. Go ahead and multiply 5 by 5 for me and tell me what you get. Count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Good job. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Because that's 5 times 5. If we look at this as the area, that's 5 by 5, and it forms an actual square. Because technically, when we say 5 by 5, that means that both the length and the width are going to be the same. All right, let's try 6 by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. See, can you multiply and tell me what 6 multiplied by 6 is? What we're talking about right now, we're talking about perfect squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 6 will give us 36. And 5 times 5 give us 25. When we talk about perfect squares, that means the top and the side are both the same. These are area models, and what they do, they make a square. The top and the bottom work together to make a square. All right, I'm going to stop right there with 6, but I will read the rest for you, and it says square numbers. And it says, Hershey milk chocolate bar is shaped like a rectangle, but the answers shown below are square numbers. Hershey's chocolate. 1 times 1 equals 1. 2 times 2 equals 4. 3 times 3 equals 9. 4 times 4 equals 16. 5 times 5 equals 25. 6 times 6 equals 36. 7 times 7 equals 49. 8 times 8 equals 64. 9 times 9 equals 81. 10 times 10 equals 100. 11 times 11 equals 121. And 12 times 12 equals 144. Square numbers can also be shown like this. Two times 2 can also be written as 2 to the second power. Okay? This little number here is called an exponent. This little number here is called an exponent. This is the base number. This is the exponent. So 2 times is 2 to the second power, which is 4. Okay? Both answers are the same. Same thing with 9. I can say 3 to the second power. What does that mean? This little number is like a little pat on the shoulder. Do it 2 times. Rock. Do it 2 times. Rock. So that's what's going on there. And 3 times 3 equals 9. I can do it also for 16, which would be 4 to the second power. That little 2 at the top is called an exponent. 4 times 2 is still 16. Questions or concerns with that? Same thing here. 5 to the second power is 25. And finally, the other one we put up here will be 6 to the second power, which will be 36. And what are these called? These are called perfect squares, right? Because here's the diagram. Here's the area model. The other way you write this is using an exponent of 2. That means you multiply it twice. 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, and 6 times 6. Questions or concerns? That is called square numbers. Questions or concerns? Questions or concerns? Now, let's get back to the chocolate making. Let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 4 times 2, which gives us 8. I have 2 at the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 going down the side right there. Okay? And the book says 4 times 2 equals 8. If you want to really be technical, the first factor is called the multiplicade. And the second factor is called the multiplier. The kids are silk screening. They squeegee ink through the cloth to print the numbers. Oh, neat. Man, I get so much art information tonight. I'm going to add another group of 4. And what I'm showing here is 1, 2, 3 at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4 going down. This is 4 times 3 is 12. And 3 times 4 is 12, depending on how you look at it. It's still an array. It says, while making a collage with scissors, glue, old newspaper, and magazines, think of all the factors that can be made with 1 Hershey's milk chocolate bar. 1 times 12. 2. What is that? 1 times 12. 2 times 6. How do I make 12? The first one is 2 times 6 equals 12. 2 times 6 equals 12. Okay? I can also go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so what's that saying right there? This is one group of 12. One group of 12 or 12 groups of 1. Okay? The other one we just did was 2 times 6 equals 12. Or 6 times 2 is 12. All right, here's the other one. We can do 3 groups of 4. 3 groups of 4. All of these equal 12. Okay. Ms. Joan, what are you talking about? Let me show you real quick. All right, I'm erasing things, talking about our perfect squares. All right. What we're doing when we did that, we were finding the answers, okay? What makes 12? What makes 12? 1 times 12 makes 12. Showed you that. 2 times 6 equals 12. 3 times 4 equals 12. 4 times 3 equals 12. Okay? And all we're doing is we're repeating them. No 5, but 6 times 2 gives us 12. And then, of course, 12 times 1 gives us 12. Okay? And technically, these are the factors of 12. These are the factors of 12. Because what do we say? Factor times a factor equals a multiple or product. Factor times a factor equals a multiple of product. So when we look at this and break it down like this, these are the factors. What are the factors of 12? 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, and 4. Because these are the turnaround facts right here. So we don't count the number twice. And of course, guess what it says right here? It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 are all factors of 12. All right, let's make 16. 4 by 4. I'm going to add 4 up here at the top. Oh, this chocolate's smelling real good, folks. I encourage you to do this on your own in your spare time. Grab some chocolate and grab this book. 4 times 4 is 16. As we already stated before, because there's 4 at the top and 4 on the side, it's a perfect square. But this is not a square because these are not actual squares. Like I said, I'll be showing you perfect squares again in another book I'll be reading to you. 4 times 4 equals 16. 16 is a square number. If someone asks you, what is the square root of 16? The answer is 4. You will learn square roots in division, but I am not talking about division tonight. Do not be confused by the Lenin cuts. Ink is applied on the backward design and then printed in reverse. All right, we'll add another layer of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, and got 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 times 4 or 4 times 5 will give you 20. Multiplication can also be used to figure out the size of an area. Ha. This is a milk chocolate area of 20 sections. 5 times 4 sections equals 20 sections. In multiplication, the letter X is used as a time sign. In cross-stitching, sewing an X pattern with different colored threads makes a design. All right, we'll add one more. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the top I got 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 6 times 4, which is 24. And it is also 4 times 6, which is 24. The book reads, if we take 2 Hershey milk chocolate bars and put them next to each other, we now have 6 times 4 equals 24. Writing multiplication facts with sidewalk chalk is a great way to practice your math. All right, I'm going to attempt this. It may take me a moment to do this one, but I'll see what I can do. Hold on one second. Because what they said is, if I also take this, that's 12. Now, you know, this is real chocolate. I'm working with real chocolate here tonight. Woo, boy, it's about to get eaten. It's about to get eaten. What I've done here is if you take 2, boom. And both, this is the big king side. That's why they're not the same. But it says, after covering the page with a pencil, you can draw with erasers. Cool. It is possible to count the sections of the candy bars without taking off the wrappers. You already know that each bar has 12 sections. You can get the answer by doing multiplication. 2 times 12 equals 24. 2 times 12 equals 24. Woo! Can't do this one, folks. Can't do this one. It says 10 times 12 equals 120. I'm not going to show you that tonight. I'll be here all night long. It says it would take forever. Oh, yeah, I agree. It would take forever to count all the sections in these 10 Hershey bars. 10 times 12 equals 120. Multiplication makes it easy. Tap, tap, tap. The kids are hanging up their artwork. Woo! We'll be here all day again. 40 times 12 equals 480. 40 times 12 equals 480. 4 times 10 equals 40. There are 480 sections of chocolate on this page. The associative property of multiplication allows you to do the math 2 separate ways. First, try 4 times 10 equals 40, and then 40 times 12 equals 480. Or do it like this. 4 times the product of 10 times 12. 10 times 12 equals 120. 4 times 120 equals 480. The answer is the same. Rearrange the mobiles. Huh, I like that. And at the very end, it says, we love multiplication. And I hope that you love multiplication too. All right. Now, with our book tonight, we were talking about multiplication, and we got a lot of vocabulary words. Now, I want to I have about 10 minutes left, and within that 10 minutes left, I want to do some pick and choose charts, okay? Use this video to help you out with your multiplication, because we had a conversation with some friends today about multiplication and trying our best with our multiplication. So what I'm going to do right now is let's finish our 12s. All right, so if you're with me right now, go ahead and put this in your notes. Put 12 in your notes, okay? I'm not doing the factors this time. I'm doing a multiplication charts with them. And how I do my pick and choose charts, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I can go further if I want. 11, 12. The next thing I do, I put an X, which stands for multiplication. This is what I call a pick and choose chart. And this is one of the ways that I learned my facts, because I kept writing these here. And I call it a pick and choose chart. Why? Because I can pick and choose the numbers that I need. And what's the number on the outside? The key number is 12. Okay? Guess what? Multiplication is also called repeated addition. Oh, you knew that. Okay, good. Yes. It's called repeated addition. Just in case you may not know, when I write my factor times a factor like this, this is called an expression. Okay? Right now it's called an expression. And so now I put an equal sign. Now it's an equation. And I'm going to put an answer on the other side of it. So what did I do first? I wrote 1 through 12 down. Okay. I wrote the X down, which stands for multiplication. Then I wrote the 12 down because those are the facts that I need right there. All right, let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, one group of 12, as we showed before, is going to be 12. One group of 12 is going to be 12. Okay? Two groups of 12 is going to be 24. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you something weird right now. Okay? I want to hold up these fingers right here. These are my 4 fingers right here. Okay? I'm counting the notches. I got 3 notches in each of these right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's how I got my first 12. What comes after 12? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay? Let's count again. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 3 times 12 is 36. This is nothing more than repeated addition. What comes after 36? 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. If you don't like counting on your fingers, you go like this. 48 plus 12. I told you, multiplication is repeated again. 8, 9, 10. Carry my 1, 4, 5, 6. That'll be 60. 60 plus 12. Just keep adding 12. 2, 6, 7, 72. 72 plus 12. 84. Questions or concerns with this thus far? 1 times 12 is 12. 2 times 12 is 24. 3 times 12 is 36. 4 times 12 is 48. 5 times 12 is 60. 6 times 12 is 72. 7 times 12 is 84. I'm going to go back and I'm going to count again. What comes after 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. '97, '98, '99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108. We'll come back over here. 108 plus 12. 8, 9, 10. 120 plus 12. 132. And plus another 12. 2 plus 2 is 4. 144. And by the way, 12 by 12 or 12 times 12, that is what we call a perfect square. That is called a perfect square. That is called a perfect square. Those are our 12 facts. And I use it with my fingers, and I use showing repeated addition. Whichever way you feel comfortable, that is the way that you do. I'm going to now do my sixes, because half of 12 is 6. So let's do our 6 facts. We'll do this again. 1, make a pick and choose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put an X in the middle. That stands for multiplication. And I put a 6. And put an equal sign because I want to make an equation. Sixes are a little bit easier for me. I put up 2 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 times 6 is 6. What comes after 6? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. That's 6 times 6. That is that perfect square again that we talked about earlier. Let's go up here. 36 plus 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry my 1. 3, 4. 7 times 6 is 42. Plus 6. 8 times 6 is 48. Plus 6. 14, 54, 9 times 6 is 54. All I'm doing is a pick and choose chart. And you know 10 times 6 is 60. But let's do plus 6. Plus 6, you know 60 plus 6 is 66. 11 times 6 is 66. And add one more 6. That gives us 72. all we did tonight is we were talking about multiplication using Hershey chocolate. This is a cool activity you can do within your classroom. Actually, this is one you can do at home. Okay? Ask your parents to get you a couple of chocolate bars, because guess what the best thing is? After you play with your chocolate, you can do what? I've been waiting. Excuse me, I got hanging out. You can actually eat it. So this is actually real Hershey's chocolate. And this is very, very, very delicious. So I encourage you to go out and get your favorite, because after you finish playing, very good. Let me finish chewing. Give me a moment to chew and enjoy and savor this flavor. Thank you all. Woo! Folks, I like lessons like this. Why? Because it uses all of your senses. Okay? When you do this, woo! Like the last one when I did the Twizzlers. I could smell the Twizzlers all in the room. Okay? Because it got in my senses now. Now all this chocolate going to help me memorize some of my multiplication facts. And just in case you didn't know, Mr. Jones has a favorite multiplication fact. Mr. Jones has a favorite multiplication fact. So if you ever see Mr. Jones in public, or you see Mr. Jones in another show, my favorite multiplication fact is 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 7 is 56. Why? Because 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, or 8, 7, 6, 5. That is my favorite multiplication fact. And I'm going to end on that note.